live in a new reality that never existed in the history of planet Earth, which is the degree that we know about suffering in the world today, only, as it were, God knew 100 years ago. We live in a world of outrageous pain, not just my personal pain, not just my woundology that I'm kind of living in and creating my story out of and keep recreating my identity through that I can't move beyond, that I need to break through. Right? When I say outrageous pain, I'm not just talking about our personal wounds that we all have, and we're all holy and broken hallelujahs. And when we sang that song as our holy ritual, what we're saying is we're all holy and broken hallelujahs, right? Sometimes we took the name in vain, but ultimately, hallelujah. Hallelujah means like radical, wild, holelut, wild ecstasy. Yah, yah. I'm breathing the breath of life. I'm alive, I'm awake. We live in a world of outrageous pain personally, then I move beyond the personally, and I actually experience, if I'm alive, the outrageous pain of all of life. Now, what do I do when that happens? What do I do? So, what do the religions do? And I'm madly in love with the religions. I think the great religions are fantastic, and I think we need them, but we need to evolve them. Right? They're a piece of the story. But we need to evolve the source code of the religions that have great gifts. So the classical religions, what did they do with outrageous pain? They created something called Theodicy. What's Theodicy? An explanation of why it's happening. You've sinned, so you've brought it into your life. And there's lots of religions. The New Age is a religion. Right? It says the reason you suffer is because you've attracted it into your life and because you've somehow done something wrong. And if you could actually fix that which you've done wrong, right, then it would actually be okay. Partially true. There's some deep truth in that. A little sin going on, a little attracting into life going on, but the sin move and the attraction move is the same move. It's saying I'm not willing to stand before the mystery. I'm not willing to find the infinity of intimacy. I've got to explain how it works, because if I can't explain how it works, it's too painful. Not where we want to go, okay? Like, we've got to actually incorporate, right, the suffering, right? So the way I incorporate the suffering is I say I reject the easy theodicies, and we actually say we got to respond to outrageous pain, first off, by recognizing that it's outrageous. And the answer to the great question of suffering is the question itself. Why am I screaming out it's not fair if there's no notion of fair? Why am I screaming out it's not beautiful if there's not beauty? Why am I screaming out it's not good if there's not goodness? I'm outraged because it's not the way it's supposed to be. It's supposed to be good and true and beautiful, and it's not, and so I'm outraged. So you live in a world of outrageous pain. The only response to outrageous pain is outrageous love. We live in a world of outrageous beauty. The only response to outrageous beauty is outrageous love.